Hey, 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 welcome back to Talks with Maria. In today's episode, we are talking with social media and content strategist Sarah out of Chicago. Today, she's going to share with us her content marketing strategy cycle to convert your audience into paying clients. So excited to have you here, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm very good, and you? I'm very excited to be here. Thanks for inviting me. It was an honor. I was a student,
Yay!
so I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. So, we're excited to get some secrets, some strategic things out of you since you are the queen of social media. So, let's get to the juice. What is the deal with this content marketing strategy cycle and how does it work?
Okay, so I call it that because when I talk about funnels, people is like, "What is a funnel?" So it's easier to call it a content marketing strategy cycle. And it's basically a process where you take your cold leads into hot leads through your content, instead of being cold marketing in the DMs or pitching out of nowhere when they don't know you. You just create a cycle with your content and you make people come to you for business instead of you having to go to them. They know you as an expert um, on certain topic or certain niche or whatever you do, and you keep constantly posting about this specific thing that you do, and obviously the people is following you is gonna start contacting you for that thing that you do. So how does it work? It work like, well, I use what I call my like no trust method,
Okay.
and you just combine your content, like you diversify your content between those categories. Like is for that type of content that your audience is looking for, that your audience like, that your audience can identify with. And it depends on what type of value you bring to the table, because when you speak of value, people think that you're talking about educating people, but there are different type of values. You could be educating, you can be inspiring people, you could be entertaining people. It depends on what your niche is, and it depends on what your business or your entrepreneurship is about. Or if you're an influencer, right?
So let's say
um
you are a therapist, like what would that content look like for the portion?
what type of therapist? That's the first thing you have
A
to know.
traditional therapist, trauma, like a trauma
Trauma
therapist.
therapists, like psychologists, for example.
Sure.
Well, your valuable content could be educating, but could also be inspiring people, because you have quotes, you have things that you can say that people can relate to or feel better after reading. You can share your own story, and that can inspire people and make people feel like they can relate to you, which is the second category, because the second category is no. And the no, you're either going to display what you know, your knowledge, or you're going to let them know you, or you're going to make type of posts that allows you to know them. You make a question,
Okay.
you allow them to speak to you so you can know. Because other thing that people do is that they want to sell, but they don't know who they're selling to.
Mhm.
So you need to start listening to them and what are their needs, so you can use your services or your products or whatever that you do to fulfill those needs. So you, in the no part, you also have to like question them and start listening to your audience, because sometimes we can be selfish with our content. Oh, this is what I know, this is what I'm going to post, and you deal with it. But if nobody cares about it, then you're talking to a wall. So you have to be very smart, and you have to start creating this sense of community instead of followers, and start to get to know your followers and see where their problems are. And
So
then
you're
and
saying like a no, like ask them a question?
ask them a question either on a post or your stories. But you have to constantly be having conversations with them, so you know where your content and what you're doing, where are you going with it.
Yeah, yeah. So there's the like no,
The trust.
and then the last one is trust.
Trust is basically social proof, is where you display experiences you have with other clients, where you post a video testimonial, and it's a client of yours talking, or a story that you tell how you took a client from A to B, and you tag them because they're going to be flattered that you tag them. They're going to reshare it. Maybe they will comment, oh, thank you. Yeah, my life is different now. So people is going to see that you are actually doing the work and that you are actually trustworthy. And
Hmm.
obviously, talking to them in the DMs also creates trust, because they can see that you are, how do you call it, reachable.
Okay.
You're like, you're there, right? You're
Mhm.
not just someone that comes, post and leave and doesn't care about their community. So those are the three pillars you should put your content around. And the last one is offer. So the cycle is basically dividing your calendar into like, no, trust, offer, and you start again like, trust, no, offer, and you start
Okay.
again the next day like, trust, no, offer. And that way you fill your whole calendar with content.
Okay. Okay. So if we were to do this like every day of the week,
Hmm.
that means we can literally just plan it out according to each category.
Yeah,
So tell me
yeah.
about the offer part.
Well, the offer part is not your prices. The offer part is you displaying, what do you do, how
Mhm.
do you do it, and for who do you do it, what problems do you solve, how do
Okay.
you solve them, stuff like that. And making people understand what is it that you do, because I've had this issue before. I've had people following me for a long time, and they ask me something, and I reply to them, and they were like, oh, I didn't know you do that.
Mm.
So you have to be clear on your offer and what is it that you do,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they can have in mind what you do and for who do you do it.
You're the right people.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So, what do you think is one of the, like, from your experience, what is the one mistake that people do on Instagram that you see all the
Oh,
time?
people do a bunch of mistakes.
Give me your top three. Top three awful,
Top three
awful mistakes.
mistakes. First one, worrying more about followers than community. Oh, I want to grow 1,000, 10K followers. And my question is always the same. Why? You have 500 followers right now, 900 followers. Are you nurturing those followers? Do
Mm,
you have clients in those followers? Why do you want more followers if you can't convert the ones that you have right now?
mm. So,
The
worrying
question
about the
is
numbers.
always yeah, worrying about the numbers. The response is always silence. And then they are like, oh, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all a facade.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And the second one is believing that hashtags are a magic wand. Hashtags are
Yeah.
not a magic wand. Hashtags are free advertisement from Instagram, and they are a little bit tricky
Uh-huh.
to understand or get a grasp on. But even if you do, if your content is speaking to no one, if your content is not on point, you're not going to rank on the hashtag, and people is not going to care about you,
Yeah.
because it's not the problem is not the hashtags. The problem is that your content is not reaching the people that you want it to reach, or how you want your content to reach the people is not getting to them.
Should we still use hashtags though?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, still use it, but don't
Yeah,
1000%
since
rely on it.
hashtags, since 2012, I think hashtags have been the only thing in Instagram that has been a constant. Instagram has changed a lot, but
Yeah.
hashtags are still that pillar that it has been constant because it's for free. And people say like, oh, no, growing organically is not possible because Instagram wants you to pay for ads, yada yada yada. They do want you to pay for ads, but hashtags are useful.
Yeah. Yeah. So weird
Just
because I had like,
people have to think about it. Like when you pay for an ad, Instagram does the work for you. Instagram, you decide who the ad is going to be shown to, and
mhm,
Instagram is going to push it to those people. When
right.
you use hashtags, you're doing the job yourself. You need to know who it is that you're talking to. You need to know how do you identify yourself. You need to know what are they looking for, and you need to be specific about what that post is about. Those are the four categories you should have on your hashtag group for a post.
Mhm. Um, what I wanted to say earlier was one of my posts, I was looking at the insights, and then
Mm.
it didn't even have like a hashtag insights. But then on my other post, it would
Mhm.
have hashtag insights. Do you know
Mhm.
why?
Yeah, because that post didn't reach anyone from hashtag, so it's not giving you a hashtag insight.
Wow. Really
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah. Cause I was like, well, how come in this one it got like a ton of engagement on hashtags? And then on this one, I don't even see the hashtag word. It didn't
Yeah,
even say,
when you don't see the hashtag word,
yeah,
is that nobody found that post
found it.
through
No
the
one
hashtag.
saw it. No one thought it was engaging in the groups of whatever hashtags I.
No, no, no. It's not necessarily that nobody thought it wasn't engaging. It's just that nobody found that post through the hashtags. They found it either on the Explore page
Or,
or on the home,
yeah.
or somebody shared it and they saw it on their
Good to
stories.
know. That's
Hmm.
good to know. Yeah. But
Also, we need to know how to analyze insights
yeah.
because sometimes people get bummed. Oh, I'm not having um, many people come through my post, or I'm not having the shares that I want. But if what you wanted for that post was, for example, to people to come to your page and you open your insights and what it says, I think it says profile visits, it says, I don't know, 100, 50, 500, then you achieve your goal, even if you didn't rank on the hashtags because you wanted people to go to your page. That was the whole
Oh,
idea of
okay.
that post.
So it's like
So,
your intention. Like, what's your intention?
yeah, it depends what your intention is. It's very important that you always have a high no number on the hashtag thing because that means that more people saw it. But
Yeah.
it also depends on what your intention is with that post,
Yeah.
because you can have a bunch of people see it, but if that post is about something you're selling, about the link in your bio, and in your insights it says website clicks and it says 0, then you didn't achieve your goal with that post.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So you just got to be clear on what you're looking to get and then look
Hmm.
at that area.
Exactly, yeah.
I think you gave us two. So what's the third? What's the third mistake?
I said followers and I said
Followers,
hashtags, right?
hashtag.
The third one is not using your stories properly.
That's a good one.
People, I feel like people run away from stories. They don't want to show their face. They think that sharing posts and sharing other stuff, it's creating, no, the stories are part of your funnel.
Yeah.
And if you combine your stories with your content, it's gonna be bomb.
It's going to be bomb.
It's gonna be, I mean, you have to show your face. You have to make an early story like, hi, hello, good morning, whatever.
Yeah.
Tell them about what you're going to do in the day. Maybe wait 2 to 3 hours and post another story, because another mistake people do in stories is that they post a bunch of stories in an hour and then they don't post any anymore, and they wonder why nobody's watching their stories,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're overwhelming them, one,
Yeah.
and other people is posting stories. and yours are old,
It's
so
all
people
gone.
are not gonna watch. It's all gone.
Yeah.
So what I tell people is to wait from 2 to 3 hours between a set of stories. You can make like 3 stories and then wait a few hours and make two more or
Another.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then through the day, depending on what you do, you can come in camera. For example, I try to do a mini training at least one other like one day and then the other not, and then the other day I do another mini training. But if I don't do mini trainings, I dig deeper on the post I did that day. Oh, today's post
Mm.
is about this and this and that. If you're
Mhm.
having this problem and this and this and that, I dig deeper and then I say like go to a post and check the rest, like stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
You need to use polls, question stickers,
Mhm.
slider stickers. And that's a way when I talk about ask your audience, sometimes it's better to ask on the stories because most people are always watching stories and they miss your post because Instagram shows your post to a small percentage of your following. And if you have no engagement on the post, Instagram is not going to show it further. So the
Mm.
stories help you achieve that. Or if you make a post that you're asking something to your audience, then go to your stories and say, hey, I'm asking this and this and that. Please check out this post and answer the question in the comments. Or you can use the stories and use a poll sticker and ask the question in the stories and make people, answer with a poll sticker. So it all depends on what your dynamic is, but you should use stickers for sure.
You mean like the GIFs?
They
Is that what you mean?
no, you
What are
know
the,
when
what do you
you
mean
open
stickers?
when
Yeah.
you open to look for the gifts,
I'm going to do it right
gifts,
now.
gifs. This this
It's the
word is gonna bring World War III.
oh,
It's
diff
gift,
or
gift,
GIF? I
whatever.
know we talked about that before. Okay, so you said
uh,
go to your stories, then what?
you go to your stories and you go to that same sticker you see with a smiley face when you take a story.
Mhm.
Just take a picture, a random picture.
Oh, take a photo. Okay. What up? Okay. All right, got it. Okay, now what? So
She
this
said, "What up?" through a photo. That's cute.
okay, so now what? I felt under pressure, so
You feel the pressure. You go, I don't know if you can see my phone, but you go to that little sticker right there.
ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's a
You go
lot of
there.
different things here.
Yeah. And where it says polls, where it says questions, where it says quiz, those are 3 stickers that you can use to survey your audience because you
Oh my God.
go to poll and it says yes or no. I don't know if
Oh,
you can
that's what you
see
mean.
it.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
And you make a question and you put yes or no, or you can put 2 positive responses if you want to be clever. Like, for example, if I'm asking, do you struggle with content? I don't put yes or no. I put yes and sort of, or I put yes or kind of. Oh, girl, I'm
Oh,
desperate, or I need a little help, you
yeah,
know? Because it's still a negative, because sort of, kind of, I need a little help, but it's not a definite no.
yeah. So it's kind of like a trick
Mm-hmm.
because everyone needs help
Right.
one way or another.
Or if you want to be a little bit sassy, you're like, yeah, I need help, or no, I don't care about my content.
Yeah,
Something like that. Nobody's gonna vote, no, I don't care about my content.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Or you can call them out and be like, you don't care about your content? Why?
Exactly.
That's funny.
Another
Okay.
thing that you can do if you want to be a little bit versatile, you can take a picture, use the sticker, make the question, take a screenshot, and make that a post. Don't post it on your stories.
Take a picture,
You
then put
take a
it in your
picture
story.
of a sticker. No, you take a picture of
Oh,
your stories, a screenshot. You use a sticker, type a question, and you take a screenshot. And that you use it to make a post. And instead of making the question in the stories, you make it on a post, but it looks like the little question
yeah.
box in the stories.
That
And
makes sense.
somehow somehow it makes people engage with it. I don't know why.
That's smart because it really makes them think like, oh, let me think about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. So tell us about Reels because Reels has been like a weird
Oh, yes.
situation for me. For
What
me, for
do
me,
you want to know?
yeah, like what are the things to do with Reels? All of it. Like what can you give us? Spill the beans on Reels.
Well, Reels is honestly one of the most powerful tools you have right now if you want to get to more people, because it's Instagram's new baby and they're pushing the content of Reels everywhere. If you go to the explore page, the little part that has the Reels is bigger than the rest of the posts. If
Hmm.
you go to the hashtags on the top section, Reels is in the corner and it's bigger than the rest of the posts. If you
Hmm.
scroll to your home feed, the more things you scroll down, the more Reels you see. They
Mm-hmm.
have their own tab because Reels have their own tab now, and you go to the tab and you can see a bunch of Reels.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot of things with Reels.
Yeah.
Um, and you can use hashtag with Reels too, but you have to keep them up the caption. The hashtags on the first comment in the Reels are not working yet for some
What do
reason.
you mean you have to do what with the
You
comments?
know, when you post, when you make a regular post, you can post the hashtags either in the caption of the post or in the first comment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
On
Okay.
on Reels, you cannot do that. If you put them on the first comment, they do not work. You have to put
Oh,
them in the caption, so you need to keep the caption short so the hashtags can fit in there.
can fit. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if like if I hashtag would it work? But you just answered
Yeah,
that question.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And then one of the tips I would say is if you're going to use music, go to the top tab. When you open the music on the Reels, it tells you top and it tells you like search or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Use the music that is on the top, because the music is on the top is the music that most people are using.
The trend
So that
like that.
the
Okay.
trending, and those are the reels that people are going to see the most because that's the song that is trending.
Oh.
So you got to use that.
Okay.
Like I got 2,000 views in one reel in
Mm-hmm.
like half an hour.
Because you did your
because
stuff.
I use because I was like, how does this work? And I use a popular song, and then the next day I didn't use a song that was that popular, and
Yeah.
I saw the difference. Also, you can post the reels to your feed or not, but if you're gonna make a post that day, don't post it to your feed, but post it. You have an option to post the reels to your feed or not. If you're gonna make a post, don't post it to your feed.
Okay.
But if you're gonna use the reel as a post of the day, then share it to your feed too.
Okay. Copy that. Copy that, coach. All right. Any other tidbits for reels?
Honestly, just be creative. And if you're gonna put text, try to keep it in the middle, because when you're scrolling through your feed and you see a reel, you don't see the full screen of the reel. You
Yeah.
see it as a regular post. And if
Right.
you put text over those margins, you're gonna lose the text. And if I'm on a feed and I don't want to open the reel, I'm just gonna keep scrolling because I don't want to open the reel, you know? So you want to make sure that the text is in the middle. So even if I don't open the reel and I watched it, I can read what you're saying.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's why you see that when I point and reels and stuff, I try to keep the text closer, even if it's closer to my face or something,
That's
because
okay.
of that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I noticed when you do move the text and then when you do put it live, I can tell that the font changes. Do you have that ever happen to you where it changes and it doesn't
uh,
look right?
to me, it doesn't change per se, but it cuts out. Sometimes it glitches, and you can see the half of the word, and
Yeah.
it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And It often happens if you have an Android. I don't see many iPhone users complaining
Girl,
about
don't start that.
that.
Don't
I'm
start
just
that.
being being honest. I don't hear many iPhone users complaining about it. I have Android. I don't have an issue
All right,
about it.
girl. All right. I'm gonna let that one slide.
But but what you can do is when you finish editing the reels, just save it as draft. And after you save it as draft, publish it. Sometimes that fixes the glitch and the
Hmm,
text stays how it should supposed to be.
that's a good one. Okay. Yeah, because one of my clients, her and I have Androids.
I
She
have an
was like,
Android. I'm not attacking
she was
you.
like, hey, what's up? I'm like, I don't know. So
Yeah,
I
I
might
don't know.
change
I
Android.
don't Instagram has a really, really bias against Android. Like
Are you
there's
serious?
a bunch girl, there's a bunch of things that iPhone users can do on
That
Instagram
we can't do
that
what?
we can't do.
That's messed
Like
up.
like for example, if you want to post a picture as a sticker on a story, for us you have to download a whole app that changes your keyboard so you can use it.
Uh,
For iPhone users, you just go to the same sticker thing that I show you, and they have an option to use a picture as a sticker. And I'm like, justice for Android users.
yeah, yeah. Wow. You know, if the world were to ever end, Android would totally like survive iPhone. Just an FYI.
Oh, I know. I know.
All right, cool. I'm
Androids
glad we're
are
on the same team. I
ferocious.
feel better now. So give us like one more like thing that's like, all right, Maria, this is the ultimate tip, ultimate 2020
Ultimate 2020
Instagram
tip.
tip, ultimate
Oh shit. On what topic?
Instagram.
Instagram in
How to use
general?
it, how to do it right. I don't know how to,
I think the ultimate
that.
tip that I've learned is to stop worrying about followers, create a
Mm,
community, an engaged community,
mm,
a raging fan community. And that community is gonna, they're gonna help you grow because they're gonna start sharing your stuff. They're
mhm.
gonna talk to you regularly. They're gonna give engagement to your posts. So when you start believing that your follower count doesn't equals your knowledge, you're gonna live a happier life. And
That
you're gonna no
pressure,
for real.
the
For
pressure,
real.
like
The
letting go of
pressure,
that pressure. Yeah.
yeah, the pressure is gonna be gone because you're gonna understand that one thing doesn't link to the other, and you're just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
start doing your thing.
Yeah.
And in a blink, you're gonna have more followers than you thought,
Hmm.
and you're gonna keep growing. But you just have to focus on making valuable content,
Yeah.
doing your market research, doing your hashtag research, and let the rest of it happen. Now, give what you want to receive. Don't be here expecting to get engagement if you don't give any.
Hmm.
Because most people, it's like, oh, nobody's engaging with my post. But when I go to their post, they have a bunch of comments that they never reply to. They
Hmm.
didn't even like the comment.
Hmm.
They don't talk to other people in their niche because they see it as competition. I don't. I see them as collaborations.
Hmm.
I see them as growing together. I go to their post and I comment, and people find me through their posts.
Hmm.
So don't be afraid of doing that, but don't do it in a vile way. Leave valuable content leave a valuable comment under their posts and grow a community. Sometimes it takes time. And I think, no, you know what? The ultimate advice is do not compare yourself with anyone else.
That's a good one.
Because you start seeing people that started after you and they're growing faster, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? That's their journey, not yours.
Hmm.
Focus on your journey. You're going to get there.
Hmm. Hmm. No comparing. No comparing.
No comparing. That is toxic. And it's toxic to you
Mhm.
because you start wanting to give up. You start believing that you're doing it wrong. You start losing hope in yourself because this girl started yesterday and she has 500 followers more than I do. How
Mhm.
did she did that? Okay, it's okay to ask yourself how did she did that, but it's not okay to say, "Oh, I'm doing something wrong."
Right.
Because maybe you're not. Maybe she just grew.
It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe she has a mentor, maybe she's paying for someone, and maybe
Or she
you
might
are,
be
but
paying for followers.
or maybe she's paying for followers. You don't know. You
You
don't
don't
know.
ever know.
People lie on the internet a lot.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, how can we get in touch with you if we want to work with you? Where can we follow you?
Okay, my Instagram handle is s dot is for social. You can contact me at s dot is for social at gmail.com. And Facebook is S is for social too.
Okay. So, is that facebook.com/groups?
No,
Oh, no, it's the page.
page. It's a
The
page.
page. Okay. Okay. So, we'll put all the links below. And then what is the, one thing that you want to offer? Is there a program that they can join? Is there some?
Yeah, I offer three different things. I offer coaching calls. I offer a mentorship program, which is one-on-one with me for 6 weeks. And I offer done for you services for businesses that don't want coaching. They just want someone to manage their social media pages and focus on something more important on their business. So I'm here for the social media strategy and management part. But coaching calls are just to give you clarity on your business, give you a strategy, give you a structure so you can do it yourself. And mentorship is basically the same, but you have me giving you support through the whole 6 weeks. We get on weekly calls. You can contact me whenever you want on Instagram, and we will like work it out. And if something's not working, I'm going to help you and all that. So that's the difference between the call and the mentorship program, and then the management, which is for other businesses.
Awesome. Yay. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for being here. It was such a valuable conversation, especially for everybody doing business online nowadays.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of people here is going to go out and kick ass on Instagram. Take the tips, do them,
Do
and don't compare.
yeah, never.
All
It's a
righty. Thank
no-no.
you so much, Sarah. Mwah.
Thank you. Mwah.